All right, everybody, join me for day 2 live on Red Lake as I fish the last hour of daylight. And I'm also going to give away that fish house rental from First City Guide Service in 1 minute. All right, here is what we are doing. First, I'm going to tell you about the giveaway. I'm going to give you 10, 15 more minutes, and then we're going to cut it off. We're going to give Ryan a little bit to pick a name randomly. He's going to show me the name, and then we will announce the winner. But before I do that, in order to win, what you need to do is, all you got to do is throw a comment down. Throw a comment down during this live feed before I cut it off. I'll tell you when I'm going to cut it off. And that'll be it. Ryan will pick somebody and we'll draw. So you got maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 more minutes to comment. I'll let you know when I cut it off. And that is a 2-night fish house rental with Chaz at First City Guide Service on Red Lake. So throw your comments. Let's get into what is going on out there on Red. Actually, before we do that, this is the actual house. Well, this is
hey everybody,
close to the
come
house
on in.
again. Very similar.
All right. So here is what I am doing. What I have right here, 4-man ice castle. What I'm going to do is I am giving away a 2-night fishing trip with First City Guide Service on either Lake of the Woods or Red Lake this winter or next winter. We're going to give this away at the end of this live. Throw a comment down, and at the end of the live, we will pick a winner. Good luck.
All right, there's that. We actually stayed in one of Chaz's houses last night. Super nice. The one we stayed in even had a fireplace. It was sweet and clean. Very nice setup he has going on there. So day 2 on Red Lake. We've been out here all day. It's kind of the same story as yesterday. We're getting a lot of those lethargic fish. We're marking, you can see I'm marking a fish up there right now. Let me get this set up for you guys so you can see what's going on down there. We're marking tons of fish down there, and over at JR's, the fishery guy was actually there last night, and there was some netting being done earlier, and they said that the fish population in Red Lake is really strong. So we expect as the water clears up that this bite is just going to get better and better. It's the long game right now. You got to fish all day to get your fish. Randomly throughout the day, you'll pick one off here, pick one off there, pick one off here, and you'll end up with 3 to 6 or whatever, depending on the spot. I mean, you'll definitely catch some fish throughout the day. But this bite, especially going into next week as this water clears up, I mean, it's noticeably clearer today than it was yesterday. We are fishing a little further north, but it's definitely clearing up day by day out here. But into next week, this bite is going to be good because there is a lot of fish down there right now. Every fish today we've caught has been on a rattling flyer. He's been using red. I've been using the Wonder Bread color. And that is what's been going on. They've been coming in slow. It's not like yesterday. Yesterday they come in and hammer them. They still come in. They come in today, and then they kind of come up and look, and then they hit it. Slightly different bite than yesterday, but we still do have all those lethargic fish just kind of hanging out down there. And talking to West Wind and a lot of the resorts around here, JR started today. We saw a ton of cars there this morning. Everybody, sounds like pretty much everybody, granted the ice stays good, they're all going to be going this weekend. So check with the resorts. I want to say it again that no ice is safe ice. You got to check with these guys before you go out, because even coming out, we're at Beacon Harbor right now is where we're at. And even coming out of Beacon, he has all these spots X'd off over here that he says were just open last week in open water. So there's only a couple inches of ice on those spots. He has them all nicely marked out here. So this kind of stuff is going on all along the shoreline with these open spots like this. So you want to be real careful and talk to the resorts, stay on their trails, and just stay safe so you don't get in any of those areas. But the resorts do know what's going on, so definitely check with them as soon as you get here. And I'm pretty sure that 90% of the resorts are going to be open. I actually haven't talked to anybody that's not going to be open this weekend, so it should be good. Fishing this weekend, I expect to be good, and then I expect next week maybe like especially middle to end of next week, it's really going to be good. That's when it's really going to pick up then once this water clarity gets where it needs to be, because the fish are there. We just need this water to clear up a little bit and the bite's going to be on. It's not right now. There's a fish there up high by my dead stick. It's not like your traditional Red Lake where you get those big runs and you just bang out 5 walleyes real quick. It's you just pick them off slowly all day is what's going on. You can see them moving in. See how they slowly swim in? You should be able to see that plain as day on there. Just lethargic. Got a group of, these might be crappies here. We have been seeing a lot of schools like that today, and they're going to turn it around. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. See up high to the right there. You guys can see that too. We got some more coming in up to the right. And these are either perch or crappie right there, I'm guessing, by the looks of it. Just going to twitch them. I'm not going to get too aggressive with the jigging because then that has definitely been spooking them. Go ahead, guys. I'm going to cut it off, and there's a walleye on the bottom. I'm going to cut it off in a minute. So watch how subtle I am with this. See, he's nosed up. See, he sniffed it, and then see if we can get him to engage again. Oh, he's still there. Here he comes. Pause it. Just right there, right on it. Raise it up a little bit more. Oh, he's right there. It's a good fish too. I'd say that's a 20, around a 20-inch walleye probably. Oh, there he touched it. Oh, he's gonna come down to the flyer. Quiver spoon on this one, 1/4 ounce quiver spoon. And that's what they've been doing all day. That is a very good example of what they've been doing all day. Some of them, though, will latch onto it. I'm going to be more subtle this time. See, I got a fish under me right there. Same fish. That's the same. Oh, there. I see I got too aggressive and he took off on me. And this has been the story all day long, but you can get these fish to bite. You just got to work them a little bit. Some bite, some don't. We'll probably get one to bite here shortly. One up high. He spooked off too. That was a good fish there, though. 20, I'm guessing 20, 22 inches, probably. My bet is if I don't jig too aggressively, he's still probably hanging out in the area. You don't have him on yours, do you, Ryan?
No,
no.
Not on mine.
Nope. Well, there you go. That was cool. You got to see a 20-inch class fish hanging out there. I imagine we'll see a couple more. That's been, like I said, that's exactly what I was talking about as to how they are acting. They come in super slow. Look at it. Some of them will latch on. Some of them just kind of swim away like you saw right there. And that is how the bite is. And into next week, I can guarantee you, middle of the week, that will not be the case. They will be hammering these rattling flyers. I can guarantee you that. Okay, like I said, I'm going to cut this off in a few minutes here, so everybody go ahead, throw your comments down, and we'll cut it off, and then we'll give Ryan a few minutes to sift through the 1,000 comments and pick somebody out of there randomly to win. I'm going to go work this fish up here. Nope. All right, let's see what we got for questions here. Throw me your questions, guys. We got holy smokes, we got a lot of them. All right. How cold is it out there? 30 must be in the, I haven't even looked. I'm going to go with 37 degrees, but you know what? It's super windy, or it was super windy. There's no wind now. But earlier today, it was a rip, and it had to be 15, 20 miles an hour here. We actually had to put the other straps, the side straps on the shack because it wanted to blow the walls in. Super, super windy. How far out? We kind of went out, and then we went North from Beacon, so I suppose we are, what did you say, 0.8?
Yeah,
Yep.
somewhere around that area.
Yeah.
0.6 to 0.8.
0.6 to 0.8 out from the access right now. So we got a little bit of a hike back in. It's walkout only at Beacon right now. Lure of choice on Red Lake, always the Rattling Flyer. I love the Rattling Flyer on Red Lake. I probably should, it would be smart for me to downsize my Rattling Flyer right now due to how the fish are acting, but of course I didn't do that. Rattling Flyer is one of the top lures on Red Lake Early Ice. It is super good. Wonder Bread, brand new color. I'm using that right now. Wonder Bread, and it has a gold back on it, or else the red glow. Rattling Flyer is phenomenal, especially those glow colors in the stained water. They are money. What else you guys got for questions? Throw them down there. Clay, man, how's it going, Clay? Saw you on the ice the other day live. Yes, I do have a dead stick right here. And on my dead stick, I have a quiver spoon right now. Axel, traditionally on my dead stick, on Lake of the Woods or later in the year, this is such an active bite that I'm not running a bobber right now, but once I get to Lake of the Woods, and my dead stick will be always a Thill float and a frosty spoon. That is my dead stick setup, super subtle. I want a small frosty spoon so that minnow can really move. I want that dead stick to have a lot of action with that minnow kicking down there. So 90% of the time, my dead stick is going to be that frosty spoon and Thill float. But for this situation, since these fish are usually so active on red that I don't run that because it's real interactive fishing early ice on red. A lot of times you really got to work them to get them to bite. So I'm not running that bobber currently. And oh, he's moving fast. Oh, Ryan's bobber's down. He does have a bobber on, by the way. Oh, there he got him. All right, that is a dead stick fish. Oh, that's a good one too. There you go. Ryan just got one. I'll show him to you in a second here.
That was on the red rattling flyer.
The red rattling flyer.
The full minnow on it.
On a bobber, and you had your bobber on that rattling flyer.
Yep. There you go. You can show him that one.
All right. Oh. All right, there you go. We've got plenty of fish, so this one's going back. Perfect. And that's how it's been going all day. One here, one there, one here, one there. And that one completely hit on red rattling flyer on a dead stick. Took that bobber down. What we got going on here? We got stuff moving in here all over. Surprised me there with that one.
Yeah. They've came in a few times on that dead stick today.
Yeah, dead stick's not a bad idea. I would say too, though, that you had just the hook with the split shot on earlier, and I think the rattling flyer dead stick is working better than the hook with the split shot, actually.
That color from that rattling flyer, they really like.
Yeah, and it's that red glow, so the back of that thing glows, and in the stained water, that's huge. Lots of questions here. Throw them down, guys. What do you got? It's definitely prime time. Next time a big walleye comes in, I'll go full screen on that Humminbird. I'm using the Humminbird Helix 9 with the Mega Live on it. Ryan has got the Garmin Live Scope going over there. And just in case you're wondering, there is not much interference between the two units, if any interference at all. Once you get them set, they're both very clear units. And everybody always asks me what I like more. I don't know. There's advantages to both units. I don't know that one's going to catch you more fish than the other one. They're both very similar units. You could see that big walleye that was in here earlier. You could see its top fin. You could see which way its head was. You could see everything. So this Mega Live is just as good as the Garmin. I'm not going to say one is better than the other, or you're going to have an advantage with one over the other for sure. Joshua Fowler. Thanks, Joshua. Joshua is a winner from last year. He won a trip to Arneson's, and God, I wish I had the picture here. His got some nice pike even. We're sitting on about 7 inches of ice right now. I'm gonna keep jigging here. I like to keep it moving in this stained water too, so you can hear them. So what we've done for this evening bite here is we're not out in 10 feet anymore. We've moved a little closer. We're in about 6.5, 7 feet right now. We've done that because traditionally these walleyes will come up a little bit shallower right at dark. So we're up here to intercept them. And there's one up high there that just ran. One on the bottom there too. A little better one there. Just looking at my dead stick. I'll try to work this one full screen for you. There we go. All right, I'm gonna drop it down. His head maybe. Try to drop it down to him. And he ran away. All right, we're back. You didn't see that, but I had the part of the fishing line caught in my ice cleat. That's why I didn't jig him properly. He's over on yours now, Ryan, huh?
Yeah, he's right under me now.
All right.
See what he does.
That was a nicer fish too. Did you see that other fish on your graph? That one that hit the bobber?
I did. He came in pretty slow. And my bobber.
Was he as big as this one on the sonar?
This one may be a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger.
Came in the same way though. Came in super low, and the dead stick was about a foot up when I came and hit it. But...
All right. What else we got for questions here? Yeah, that giveaway. Let me talk about the giveaway one more time for everybody who's watching. This is what we're doing for City Guide Service. Pop his logo up there. Why not? For City Guide Service, Chaz. We are giving away 2 nights, 4-man rental house with Chaz. I'm going to cut it off in just a few minutes here. Ryan's going to pick a winner, and you're going to come fish with Chaz on Red Lake.
He might be headed back your way, that one.
Yeah, I see that. So that fish is just hanging out there, right in between our 2 holes is what he's doing. He's just right there. And what I'm doing right now is I'm over jigging him. You don't want to over jig him. Exactly what I'm doing. A little bit too aggressive. All right. Dan, it is a little frustrating watching these nice big walleyes come in, but you know, he's going right for Ryan's now. His head's tipped. Oh, swam away. All right. What I'm going to do is in 1 minute, I'm going to cut it off, and Ryan's going to start sifting through the comments, and we're going to randomly pick a winner. I want to get that giveaway done just in case we have technical difficulties, because you never know with these live streams what's going to happen. 1 minute, throw your comment down. Josh, we got both going. The one you're watching on the bottom left of the screen there, that's Hummingbird Mega Live is what that is. And I don't know if you can see, yeah, I guess I got Ryan's live scope kind of covered up there. You probably can't see the screen right now. Austin, we're on 7 inches of ice. Chad, Helix 9 is the actual unit that's running this. How deep are we? We were deeper earlier. Now we're sitting at, we'll just say 7 feet. Brock, you already entered the giveaway. You got a comment. You're good. I'm cutting the giveaway off right now, by the way. We're going to give Ryan about 5 minutes to sift through the 1,000 comments and find somebody. He's just going to randomly scroll and pick a random person. So we'll give him a few minutes to figure that out. And he'll tell me the winner. And we'll give that away live in just a few minutes. Yes, I'm tipping the flyer with an entire minnow right now. Is what I'm doing. And I'm actually very surprised that one of those walleyes didn't bite, because normally when they tip up like that and they chase, we do get them to bite generally. More often than not today. Once again, we're out of Beacon Harbor right now. Walk out. I imagine the wheelers will be going fairly soon. I don't know if this weekend there'll be wheelers. They'll be taking us out with wheelers. I think this weekend still might be walking. I'm not sure, but check with the resorts. All right, what else we got? Any crappies today? You know, we haven't caught any crappies, but we have seen a ton of crappies on here. And later in the year, stay tuned. I will definitely be on Red Lake chasing crappies, because these crappies are massive on here. You're going to want to watch that. There, I got a fish can. He's kind of swimming away from it, though, right between the two baits. See if we can see. The return's getting smaller now, so he's swimming away. Yep, there he's gone. Kyle, does Ryan ever work? He says he got a ton of vacation. I feel like he's had a ton of vacation all year, though. I don't know. Yeah, dead sticks are a good idea right now. If you're coming out here, definitely, like you just saw, I wouldn't do what I'm doing with this one. I would do a thill float with a rattle and flyer and a minnow on a dead stick as one of your rods, 100%. All right, guys. Did it make any ice overnight? Not much. Not much at all. It was pretty warm. Well, you ready?
Yep.
All right, Ryan's got the winner. All right, and here is the winner of, we'll put Chaz's logo up again there. First City Guide Service, Chaz, 2 nights, 4-man house on Red Lake. This is the winner right here. And the winner is Mike. Oh, not Mike. Sorry. Mike, you didn't win. The winner is Matt Cheney. 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 Matt. Cheney. Matt, you have won, Matt. So, just hang on, Matt. When we get all packed up and we're off the ice and I get back to my truck, I will send you a message with the details. And then all you got to do, I'll send Chaz your info. And you just have to get a hold of him and book. If you want to book this year, you're going to have to book immediately, because I'm not sure he has many openings left this year. But this is good for next year also if you can't make it up this year, Matt. So you are the winner. And I thank everybody for commenting on that contest. We got a really good response out of that. And there is going to be a lot more giveaways this year. So if you see me live, you're going to want to tune in, because not all of them are going to be 24 hours. I'm going to be giving some stuff away just right off the cuff on some of these. I have some Radcliffe rods to give away. I'm going to give away some packages at Arneson's Rocky Point. I've got several stuff. We're going to do that burbot fishing again, late season. Yeah, so stay tuned. When you see me live, you're going to want to tune in. If you have any other questions, go ahead. I'm just going to fish this out for a few more minutes here, and then I'll log off. What's my line choice? I have, you know, all those super lines. All those braids are great just because they don't have any stretch to them. I do like using those, a little higher sensitivity on that braided line. I have a 8-pound ice braid on here right now to a 8-pound fluoro leader. I have a swivel tied up right now, and the only reason I have a swivel is because that's what you guys should use as a swivel, because those knots, you know, if you practice them, they're fine, but the knots can get a little bit tricky tying that braid to that fluoro. So I'm using a swivel just to show you guys that a swivel, it's no problem. You can use a swivel, and it's very easy, and the swivel's foolproof. But if you practice those knots, uni to uni, Alberto, there is a variety of different knots you can use. If you practice those do work great, and those will go through your line guides way easier than like a micro swivel will. So the knots, if you can get the knots, they're a great idea. But if you're scared of the knots, swivel is just fine. Every rod I tied up this year, I put a swivel on it just because it's super easy, and I feel like a lot of you guys, a swivel is way easier than trying to tie those knots. In this situation right here, we probably don't need the fluoro leader because the water's pretty dirty. Lake of the Woods, you probably don't need the fluoro leader either, but I'll tell you what, it doesn't hurt. It's easy to tie on, and it's not going to hurt you. It's only going to benefit you having that fluoro on there. On my panfish rods, I do run 3 or 4 pound ice fluoro all the way through. I do not use braid on those. I just really like the braid because there's no stretch, and when I'm fishing, you know, deep on like Lake of the Woods in like 30 feet of water, I just feel like that braid is way more sensitive, and you can really get a nice hook set because there's no stretch in it. There's a fish up high. Just gonna jig him super subtle. Oh, 2 fish. See him split into 2 there? Twitch him. Oh, as soon as I twitched him, he was out. Look at him looking at my swivel right there. So that's what the 2 dots are. The bottom, near the bottom there, that is the Rattling Flyer spoon. And then the second mark is my swivel. Richard, good point. Swivel gets rid of that line twist, that 100%. Especially if you're using a bait like a glow streak that dives and darts and does all the things the glow streak does under there. A swivel is a super good idea because you're really apt to line twist with a swivel. That's an excellent comment. Kind of does look like an Atari, doesn't it? I agree. It's video game fishing. It's the new thing. I'll log off here shortly, guys, so if you have any more questions, go ahead and throw them out there, and I'll answer them for you. I was hoping to pick up a few more, get a little flurry before dark here, but it's just that slow, steady bite all day here right now with this stained water. And I did talk to several guys over at Sunny Beach where we were yesterday. Justin up North Fish House Rentals goes out of there. I did talk to several guys over there, and they are also catching fish over at Sunny Beach. So I think this whole shoreline all the way from Beacon all the way down, I think the fish are just stacked up here. And like you can see on this graph, there's fish going through the water column constantly. Like right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 fish on there right now, which a lot of those are probably perch and some type of panfish, crappie maybe. Generally the walleyes will be more towards the bottom of the water column. Rattling Flyer, bunch of new colors. This is my new favorite color right here. The Wonder Bread. We got a ton of new colors. Check them out. cool thing about the new colors is they are brighter. We got some nice bright whites and some, oh, not paying attention. Work him a little bit. He coming or what's he doing? So my bet is those are crappies right up high there. You can see it's kind of a rounder flat mark too. That's your traditional crappie mark. We might find out here in a second. Oh, he's right there. They're all right there. If I had a tungsten toad tied up right now, I would totally drop a tungsten toad down on these guys. This rattling flyer, I think, is just a little bit too big for those crappies. So what I'm targeting with this flyer is, you know, big walleyes. That's what I'm targeting with it. But the crappies in here are also massive, so a crappie for sure will eat this 1/4 ounce flyer 100%. If you have any other questions, throw them down there. Yeah, Nick. Pretty sure a lot of these are crappies. There's a lot of crappie in the system right now. At the end of ice season last year, you saw a lot of guys picking up a lot of nice crappies out here on red. So later in the ice season, that when you can actually get mobile and move around a little bit, this crappie bite, it's going to be a thing out here for sure. What else you guys got? Big walleyes, let's go. We've seen some big marks down there, I will tell you that. And it always surprises me on red the size of these walleyes in this system. You know, the amount of 17 to 21 inch walleyes in red is unbelievable. Just really nice walleyes. I'm gonna go through these real quick, see what else you guys got for me. I'm using a full minnow right now, just because these walleyes are so big. I probably should downsize just because of how they're acting. Tell you the truth, I am gonna, for the last 5 minutes here, I'm gonna pinch this one off, just because of how those last walleyes were acting there. Tame it down just a bit. I think I will pinch this one off too. Running out of daylight here real quick. Has anybody else been out on the ice this year? There we go. All right, we're rolling half a minnow now because they're not eating the full one. We'll see if that helps. High mark on the line, Lauren, is my swivel, is what that is. There's one up high. I'm going to raise up to them, a couple of them. Some type of panfish, I'd imagine. You can see him swimming away from my jigging. Take a look at the comments and see what we got going on. Yeah, Josh, you had a good trip up to Lake of the Woods, didn't you? I see those trout you're catching out in, I want to say Colorado. I maybe screwed that up, but I see those fish you're catching out there. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here in just a few minutes. Pinch one off. Nick, I will tell you that I have upgraded my bucket that I sit on this year. And I have a Thermarest cushion on it, and it's a game changer. Or maybe I should just get a legit chair. I don't know. I just carry so much stuff out here with me that I just sit on the bucket. But the cushion on the bucket is a game changer, let me tell you. Good luck, everybody that's going to go out this weekend. This rod I'm using is a Radcliffe custom rod, Eric and Dale out of Wisconsin. These guys will build whatever rod you want, whatever color, whatever length, whatever grip. This one has got a, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but this one has got a carbon fiber handle on it. It's sweet and it's light. Very, very, very light. And you can see that this Rattling Flyer, this is the specific rod that I like for Rattling Flyers because it gives me just a slight bend in the tip. So when we get those up bites, I can see what's going on. Capital letters. You had a blast on Lake of the Woods, Josh. I bet you did. That's an experience there. Great place to fish out of, Arneson's Rocky Point. If you've never been there, it's a legit operation. It really is. It's some good fishing. It's unlike a lot of the other fishing on Lake of the Woods, Arneson's, it's structure fishing. So you're not just out in a big mud basin. So you can get some pretty phenomenal days out there on those reefs. See, and you can see up to the right there, those are some type of panfish. And I will definitely be doing at least 1 or 2 lives on Lake of the Woods this year, for sure. Thinking about doing one on Lake Winnipeg, possibly. So we'll see what happens. See, these fish are sneaking up to me right now. I'm going to just get super subtle with it, right above them, and see if I can get them to come up a little bit and engage. Nope. Not having it. Oh, he slowed, and our heater just quit. All right, starting to get dark, and I am out of propane, so we are going to log off. I would like to thank all the people that watch this video. Keep the comments coming. I love all the messages I get after. If you have any questions ever, go ahead and shoot me a message, and I will help you out the best I can. Thank you again for watching. We got more giveaways on the way.